We're here in Seoul, Korea for the launch of the Kia EV4 and Tasman. But while we're here, we've popped into their experience centre in a very ritzy part of Seoul, Kia 360. Now, there's two of these in the world. One's here and one is in Delhi, India. It is not a dealership as such. There are flagship dealerships as well, though I believe you can buy a car here. But yeah, we'll go have a look around and look a little bit of the history of the Kia brand. Right, so we have 10 minutes here, so we have to make this relatively quick. But as you come in, you've got a cafe there. And then we come into the design area where they've got a number of Kia vehicles on display. And you can actually go through and use the K8 there, use those screens up in that standing area to spec out your own new Kia. And that will provide you a code where you can then go and have a private consultation with someone about your car. There's the K5 there. Now, when they say 360, this thing literally is a round track. You'll see the track here on the ground. You can follow that round through the various areas. Big screens often on show. Now, we're coming into the EV area. Some nice relaxing outdoor space. A Kia EV3. And a demonstration here of some of the green initiatives in the vehicle, things like certain chemical-free paints, eco paints, recycled plastics, bioplastics, all that kind of thing. An EV6 there. And over on this side here, we have a demonstration of the Hyundai Group built charger, where we can push the button here, plug in, and it does a wee demonstration of the various benefits of Kia and Hyundai fast charging. Specifically that this one is set up, this unit, when in the real world, is set up for 800 volt charging up to 350 kilowatts, which pairs perfectly with the likes of the EV6 and the EV9. Now over here we have a bit of an interesting one. It's a skateboard where you can enjoy the benefits of a Kia EV's performance. On a ride, I'm not going to do that because, well, I don't want to fall off it. We come through here into their outdoor space, or their lifestyle space. So we have their SUV, the Kia Sorento, and here the Kia Tasman, the car that we're here to drive in Korea. Now this car is available here only as a gas model. There's that for if you haven't watched our video, which will be coming out very soon. And over here we have as I like to call it, a carnival with a top hat. These are everywhere here. They add a bit more height, a bit more luxury. And it's really cool. We picked up from the airport by one with only 2 seats. Now over here you can come and check out some history of the Kia EV brand. You've got to power it yourself to an extent by using the foot pedal. And you can see that Kia's been doing EVs for a while. That's the Besta EV. It's a Mazda-based van that they electrified in the 80s. There was even an electric version of the Kia Pride, which we would have seen back in New Zealand as a Mazda 121, and a Ford Festiva, EV Cephia, and a whole pile of other things. They've been around in EVs for a lot longer than you would think. Right, now as we come back around, we're going to head back around to the track, past this rather luxurious carnival, head inside. And this vehicle is one of the highlights for I think some of us Kiwis. I don't know, us currently just love a good bongo van, and this is their version, the Kia Master. They say this was kind of a vehicle that saved Kia because during a fuel crisis, Kia was banned from making cars by the Korean government. So instead they switched to this van. This one particularly here is fully restored. It's a 9-seater, very nice inside for its time. I think this launched about 1983, 1982. They even did an electric version later on of this. Very cool. But then they want to demonstrate they're moving on, and this is their new van that's launching later this year, the PV5, fully electric. And ultimately it will be able to be used as a modular vehicle. So there'll be options to put different bodies on the back of the vehicle. Now they are linking, the past to the future. Looking forward to driving the PV5 later this year. If we step up here, again, we see how they're moving from, we'll try to match the past to the future. That's the EV4. Again, our video is coming soon on this. We drove this in Korea just this week. Matched to kind of, I guess, their first kind of mass market international car, the Kia Pride. We mentioned that earlier on. I'm sure many fond memories of these with different badges for New Zealand families from the 1980s. Now, if we come down the steps, we have a movie theatre in there. And in this room too, we have some history of the Kia brand. So if we come along here, we can start off with the early days with a little three-wheel truck going through to when the Bongo launched and kind of created a new lifestyle vehicle for Korean consumers. Into their locally developed cars, the Sephia and the Sportage. Again, another legend in the New Zealand market. Moving through to when they became part of Hyundai's umbrella after their court-mandated receivership, which they're quite open about here. And they moved into minivans, and that was a big thing for them. More modern Kia vehicles onto exports. That one signifying when they crossed 15 million exported vehicles. Their modern electric vehicle range, right up from the EV6 through to the EV9, or I guess EV3 in the middle there. I'm trying to work out what EV5 in the middle. Ah, yes, there you go. Must have been updated recently. And then this is showing what we're talking about before, the modular concept with the PBV vehicle. So a very extensive history. I think Kia seems like a brand that hasn't been around that long, I think, to some people in comparison to the Japanese, but it's actually got a really extensive history in New Zealand for longer than we think. Over here we have the Kia EV9, of course. Their big electric SUV, very cool. I think the lights in the front may go a bit further here than they do back at home. And then an awesome retro example of the Sportage. Very late 80s, early 90s. And a little automotive industry tidbit for you. When they went to the Kia Sportage XL, the long wheelbase one, there once were some talks of some buyers being off-put by the fact that it didn't have the spare wheel on the back, so you couldn't use it as a natural parking stopper. And nearly at the end of the tour, back on the track again. Now, in this central area, they have rooms for individual appointments with people who are wanting to learn more about buying a Kia. Now down here we have the Ray. Now this is a K car, Japanese size K car that they sell in the Korean market. Very neat. They do a petrol and an electric version of that. I'm not sure if you can see it that well, but on this side they have a sliding door for full access into that side of the vehicle. And over here, a car that's been around New Zealand a long time, the Picanto. Here it's called the Morning. So a very neat little hatchback there. Just shows the breadth of the Kia range. Right, so that is a quick walk around of Kia 360 here in Seoul. Yeah, a really neat space, not too overcomplicated. I love the whole loop system and hope you enjoyed checking it out with us. Anyway, don't forget, for more, like and subscribe for more great content.